Hey friends, I have to tell you about this amazing girls trip that I just went on. I just got back from a trip to Turks and Caicos with a bunch of ladies that also have businesses in the area. And Turks and Caicos has been a bucket list destination for me for the longest time. The weather was incredible. The the water I can't even describe that shade of turquoise that is so clear, the white sand. I mean, everything was just gorgeous and just as beautiful as I had hoped it was. But the best part was that I got to take a sunset catamaran cruise, and that's been kind of a bucket list adventure for me, if you will, for the longest time. However, I've always thought that that was just a pipe dream. That was something I could dream about and live vicariously through others, but was never going to be able to do because I get terrible seasickness, motion sickness on just about anything that moves. I've been on boats in the ocean a couple times. None of it's ever ended well. I've tried snorkeling and got seasick then too. So unless my feet are on the ground in the ocean, I've never been able to go out there successfully. So now let me back this up and explain to how I got there. I have this friend who I've known for a long time. She's also a fellow businesswoman in the area, and we network together. She's Her name's Claudia, and she's a hypnotherapist. Now, I before meeting Claudia, I was always very skeptical about hypnosis, but then my only frame of reference was what you see in TV and movies, and none of that is real anyway. So I guess I never really understood what hypnotherapy really was or what it could do. But she kept telling me that she could help me with my fear of snakes. I'm deathly afraid of snakes. To see one in person, I wouldn't sleep for weeks. Um, I I hate finding the rubber toy snakes in playrooms. I have a hard time looking at nonfiction pictures of snakes. That's how bad it is. So, and it goes back from when I was a kid. I've been super scared of snakes. So she kept telling me she could help me with this. So finally, I was like, "All right, I'll give it a try." And I went to a couple sessions with her for the snakes, and it worked. Like I have no problem seeing pictures of them. I can watch them on movies or TV, and I don't have to look away. My family doesn't have to tell me to hide my eyes anymore when we're watching TV together. So, I mean, that's been great. I haven't seen one in person yet, but I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to have the same reaction that I did. I still don't like snakes. I still don't want to hold one or touch one or really see one, but if and when I do, I'm pretty confident that it's going to be okay and I'm not going to have the same reaction that I did before. So then we were talking about taking this girls trip, and there were 14 ladies on this trip, and we were talking about taking a sunset catamaran cruise, and everybody's going to do it, all 14. And I was very, like I said, I really, really wanted to do it, but then I was afraid that it wasn't going to go well. It was going to ruin the trip for everybody else. So jokingly, planning, I'm just not going to be able to go. And then I jokingly said to her, I'm like, the snakes worked out so good. You got anything for seasickness? Haha. And she said, yeah. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, you can't help me with my seasickness. And she's like, yeah, I can. Because the snakes I understood, that was like a fear in my head. But seasickness, that's physiological. That's my body's reaction. That's just the equilibrium in my brain and my ears, and that's just how my body was made. And this is kind of my lot in life, or so I thought. I didn't think there was anything you could do with that. That's just how I was made. But she said, no, I can help you with your seasickness. And since this has been something I've wanted to do for a long time, I thought, all right, like the snakes worked, so I will try it. I'm in. I went to a few sessions with her. She gave me some recordings to listen to, which I did. And on this trip, I was able to float in the ocean, which I've never been able to do without getting sick. And I was able to go on that cruise and not even have one bit of motion sickness. It was amazing. and it helped too that it was just the most perfect sunset that night too. So it was completely incredible. But the fact that I got to take that ride on that boat and not get sick, not be miserable, not ruin a trip for anybody else was just amazing. So I can't recommend her any more. If you've got, you know, something that's going on that you think is just, it is what it is, or it's insurmountable, it's incurable, or whatever, I encourage you to at least have a conversation with her, because it might be something she can help you with, and you don't have to be local for her to help you. She can help people virtually out of state. I know she has clients that she sees in other countries. So I definitely encourage you to check it out and give hypnotherapy a try, because, like I said, I can attest to it. I've been there, I've done it, and it works, and she's good. So I will tag her in this post, and I will have her information in the comments as well. But check it out. At least have a conversation. You might be able to do something that you've wanted to do forever that you never thought you could do. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys in case it could help somebody else. And yeah, I'll talk to you again.